Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive into some analysis here. We'll start off with the most important chart, in my opinion, still is the Japanese currency index, obviously US dollar JPY, or you could just take a look at the Japanese yen currency index. Like I said at the beginning, if this thing is strengthening, usually that is bearish for the market. Weakening, that's bullish. So right now, kind of chopping sideways, but the dollar is weakening, so that seems to be kind of helping the yen go up, right? Or at least the pair go up. But anyways, let's take a look here. Right now, we've seen the yen get a pretty decent rally here, right? Weakening a little bit, and then it started to strengthen again, and now we're starting to see that trend reemerge, and we got some sort of 1-2-1-2 sub. Now we have a short setup right here for USD JPY. If this is correct, then we would have gotten rejected on Friday, and we're going to start to move down next week. But we'll have to see. Maybe the markets will move down along with it, but never a guarantee. The markets were rallying the whole way up while this thing was going down. All right, let's take a look at our market recap. We'll continue here with the Dow Jones. So Dow Jones truncated. It did not hit our dip buy area here at 417, and it's been off to the races. So it looks like it's continuing to push higher inside of an impulse. Could it be a flat? I was taking a look at that near the close with this big, rally up and then this sharp pullback. But it could easily be a 3, 4, and a 5, or another 1, 2. But there's also the possibility that this is going to become a flat, which is very possible, where everybody starts to pile in and we get super bullish, right? But I think, don't bet the farm that we're going to get this dip, because if this is actually a flat, then we cannot exceed this high next week at 439, right? So that's what you guys need to know. But if we do get this rug pull on Monday or next week, early on next week, first month of July, then this would be a huge opportunity to pick up some shares at 415 of the Dow Jones. That would be a pretty decent drop. Kind of scare people again, 5%, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. Right, the markets seem pretty euphoric here. Things are making new all-time highs. The SPY is making new all-time highs. The triple Qs are making new all-time highs. I have this same setup here right now on the SPY. If it wants to pull back, this is its last opportunity, or else this is, I guess, it's just an extended fifth wave, and eventually you'll get some sort of pullback. The RSI will reset, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon. You take a look at Market Cipher, a lot of indicators are showing strong momentum, strong money flow, and strong buyers, right? And positioning suggests that a lot of people are still not long this market. A lot of people are sidelines to short, and the shorts are getting blown up right now, right? Triple Qs, same thing. Again, we were looking for a three-wave move down. We didn't get it, and now we could be looking at a flat instead. But again, there's no guarantee that this plays out, right? Because it seems to be too bullish. The market seems to be very euphoric, and you don't want to get in the way of that. You kind of just want to get out of it, get out of the way, and get with the trend. You don't want to fight the trend. Fighting it can lose you a lot of money, right, in the end. So, all right, let's take a look here to see what else we could get. So yeah, this is a possible dip buy if this wants to do that. The IWM taking out this high. Now, okay, you gotta tell yourself, like, man, this scenario may not come. Right, the super uber bearish scenario where the IWM small caps index collapses like this, right? It seems to me like you're erasing divergence, yes, on the weekly, but you also finished the move on the weekly here too. So could it double correct? It could, but I don't really like the trade right now. I don't like the small caps at all. The only way I could see the small caps doing this move down and breaking the lows is if the TLT starts to move down and you see a big spike in yields. Right now, I had this dip buy here on a 20-year, but we had a nice reaction, but now it's breaking back below it again, and it seems like either the B is still in play or it's a complex correction. But looking at it, I don't know. I really don't like the setup here. To me, it looks like it could extend even further down if it wants to do this. Like I feel like it could drop down to 4.676, and then that would be a spike in the TLT, right? This would actually be a spike, right? And maybe you get a dip by here, but other than that, I don't see anything good right now. Could it do something like this? Yeah. Sorry, oops. It could, but it's not the best setup. And again, there's a lot of setups that I do like, and there's a lot of setups I don't like at the moment. And you can't really take out this low because it'll kind of mess up the chart. But we'll see. Let's see how this plays out. We'll just kind of take this off for now. We'll let it play out. If it could actually be, you know what this could be? This could be a flat as well. There's lots of flats in the market, so if it wants to do that, it's very possible that the yields could come back down rapidly, but then come back up just as fast. So you kind of have a dip by here if it wants to do that. So yeah, well, I'll leave it as a flat for now, but this is showing that, you know, maybe the yields can spike higher, but or sorry, the TLT can spike higher, but maybe it'll come back down later with the yields rising back up again with a big inflationary boom. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. SMH very extended indeed, very extended alongside the whole market. We're just waiting patiently for this ABC correction. If I want to take a look at the smaller time frames, you continuously have bearish divergence, and it's not being erased just yet on the smaller time frames. So you really want to get in on the semis once we get a dip buy opportunity. And again, it will come. It's just people aren't patient, so they're piling in right now. And again, I'm very patient. I have no problem waiting. Gold is actually giving us a great opportunity. Gold is, we had this dip buy here. It failed, right? So there you go. You have a failed trade. That was one that I took here that didn't play out. Took another one here, got a nice bounce, came out, right? And then we closed the trade because it looked like we're going to roll over. We actually got some pretty violent moves down, you know, on Friday morning today. And gold ended up hitting 32.57, 32.55. And yeah, we kind of erased divergence on the 4-hour. That's what we're looking for. You're looking for capitulation. I think you got it. Now you're starting to build a base. You're in the dip buy area, and you could easily start to reverse out of here now. Now I'm very bullish on gold, but don't just follow me blindly. Just do your research. Do what you want. I think that we will confirm that this correction will be over once we break out of this 4-hour down cycle. So once this 4-hour cycle ends, we will probably rally out of it. Just like how the 4-hour cycle towards the upside came to an end right here when we broke down from it. You can see a pretty nasty correction came down. I think gold dropped like a couple $100 or $80. It dropped $80, 82, $92, and then I think that was in like 2 days. And then it proceeded to rally to finish its extension higher in the 5th, and now we're in this wave 2. Okay, silver on the other hand, actually trading very well. It hit our dip buy area, had a huge reaction from it. So it looks like silver is still very strong. Could it see a big melt up? It could, but again, I don't know if it's going to be that easy. But I still am very bullish long term on silver, holding the physical and holding the ETF. So long, very long on silver, very bullish. Oil has been kind of crazy. It's been a little bit tough to trade. I think you could get one more low here. I think maybe you take out 65, flush it down to 64, and then people are going to get really bearish again on oil. They're going to start shorting it. You're going to have big bullish divergence on the smaller time frames, signaling that this is some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 that finished the C leg, and we'll go from there. If it wants to start an impulse higher, then maybe oil is going to be in a new cycle higher. But for now, just kind of want to watch it and dip buy it. If we take out this low at 65, maybe you get to 64. Nat gas has been pretty tough to chart because we're kind of moving in threes again. So you can see here, I think we may have ended the cycle in nat gas here with this massive correction down, especially on the daily. I don't like that. Could it be, you know, a larger 1-2 setup? It could. But if the 2 is not in, and this is some sort of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then this is going to extend lower again, right? It looks like it could even extend lower again. And what would that bring us to? like a buck. What is that? $1.97. That is a huge drop. Huge drop in that gas. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get this, but I would take the longs if we get down here. 100% would be very interested in longing this. So if it wants to double correct, don't get in the way of it. Probably have to look at some indicators, but I'll let you guys know if we get long. Let's take a look at some nice semis. We'll start off with the semis before we dive into the big cap tech. So I think let's take a look at NVIDIA right away. So NVIDIA pushing to new all-time highs here, and some of my friends were holding ETFs long throughout. Like someone was holding like a double leverage ETF all throughout this, like down minus 70%, came back up. Now he's in money. I'm pretty sure he's gonna start to exit now. I think he's gonna take his profit. So we're looking for some sort of wave 2 pullback. Could be very shallow, but when it comes, it's going to be a buying opportunity, in my opinion. The chart is very bullish. AMD was one of the signs that the market was getting extremely bullish. You can see how AMDs are racing divergence. I think if AMD gets this dip, right? If the whole market dips and all AMD can dip is like this little drop to like 127, 130, or even 1 to 122, it's still extremely bullish and could come back up with a vengeance. It's very oversold for a long time. Hit the long-term accumulation, and there you go. You had three amazing shorts, and now you had a huge long opportunity at the lows. MU very bullish as well. Again, semis are extremely strong. Everyone is probably going to pile into semis later on when they're back at new all-time highs, and they're going to miss the boat on it. But we may have to get a big pullback before that happens. And again, I say big pullback, but it might actually be like a 5-10% drop in semis, and that's it. And they're just gonna keep going up after that. And I don't know what could do it. Maybe the Trump news, the tariff. I don't care about the news, but I'm just saying that's probably going to be the catalyst. The charts are saying we're going to pull back. The catalyst is going to be all that nonsense, right? And everyone's going to say, "Oh my god, it's the end all be all. We gotta get out." We'll see. So let's see here. We had a short area up here that didn't hit and it truncated. It looks like it ended early, but now you came back up and you hit the short area. So I guess you could say it's still working. And we'll have to see if this morphs into something else. But I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you could just moving in threes. You could call this a new count. And you could draw a new target actually. So maybe Intel can go up a little bit higher. Yeah, maybe Intel can go up a little bit higher. I'm thinking maybe 2465 before it comes down, but who knows? We had some big volume coming in. So I actually want to pull some charts up on the dark pools. So TLT had a big dark pool print at the close. It was like a massive one. I think it was the number 3rd trade in history. The biggest trade on the dark pools came in at the TLT. So for reference, we've seen some of these trades come up before, and you can see here historically the number 1 trade came in, big rally. The number 5, I believe that's 4. Number 4 trade came in, big rally. Now the number 3 trade is coming not at the lows, but at the highs. So are we gonna get a big drop? Are we gonna get a big spike in yields? Is that what's gonna the catalyst for the pullback in the market? And then the yields continue to grind lower, and then the TLT recovers, right? For a bigger extended 2 again. We don't know. We don't know what the news is gonna be. Don't try to guess the news. Just look at the charts. All right, we'll go back to Tesla. So Tesla to me is getting a little bit complex here. So I think Tesla, let's get rid of some of these counts that have played out. This. Weekly on Tesla. To me, Tesla looks like it's moving in threes, right? So when that happens, and especially with this impulse, I think down on the daily looks like you had finished a move here, then you made another low, right? So some sort of ABC, and now you're gonna move and some sort of WXY, I'm guessing. Could be a dip buy. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, right? So you can see here you got some sort of flat that happened, flash correction, another 3 swing higher. You never hit the target. It's very choppy, very ugly. But what I would give for a target on Tesla for a dip buy, because we think that this market's going higher, is 263. Obviously, if it pulls back that much, maybe the markets are going to get a pretty nasty correction. So maybe it's a kind of a sign that it's going to do that. But again, there's no guarantees. So delete that. These ones didn't play out. That one never played out. These played out very nicely. All right, some nice shorts that played out on Tesla. Sorry, excuse me. Some nice shorts, some nice longs. Some legendary dip buys. My goodness, this was probably the best 3 swing move down. Very clear on the smaller time frames. In hindsight, this was the dip buy. ABC dip buy, and then woo, craziness. It's the way she goes. Past. All right, so for now, kind of just sidelines, wait for the market to give us the signal. And how much of a drop would this be? 20%. Wow. Okay. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we don't know. All right. Take a look at Meta. Meta continues to extend. Now you got some bearish divergence. So now you can kind of say, all right, maybe the correction is over. Did we take out the low? Did we make new lows? It's kind of moving like Tesla, right? You got these big cap tech stocks moving in 3 swings and then in ABC fashion. You can make the case that it's an impulse, but if it's an impulse, it's an A, it's in a B, it's in a C, right? But also at the same time, it's finishing with divergence, which is usually not what you want. So we'll kind of go back to the same setup that we had, but I don't think it'll do that, right? If anything, I think this could extend even higher. I don't know. I have to rework it here because we see how we ended this this bull run on Meta. We came all the way back down to 400. Let's see here, 4 hour. Oh man, my back. Or maybe the 5th wave is just extending, and this was a flash crash, and it's a 1-2 1-2, and it's just going to extend higher, and we don't have to fight the divergences, and you could just call it 3 swings. And now it's in a very bullish phase. You don't want to get in the way of it. Will there be dips? Yeah. And they're going to be buyable. For sure. For sure. Okay. Nubis, yeah, continues to extend this force finish. It's making its 5th wave. Has it finished? No. It looks like it needs another high. CrowdStrike continuing to extend alongside the whole market. This thing could extend to unthinkable levels before it comes crashing down. PayPal extremely bullish. You had this dip buy down here in a 3 swing move. It played out beautifully. Now it's going to extend higher. It's in a very bullish phase. I think it's just getting started. So I think PayPal, we're gonna have to add this to our buy next week. And then Robinhood, I have this in a flat still, but it could be in a super bullish phase as well. I don't think that Robinhood will start crashing down if Bitcoin's going to get ready to make new all-time highs, right? And then Shopify, we're looking for a 3 swing move down, pullback. Could be very shallow as well. ABC, and then it's a dip buy, right? We'll see. So that's all. That's my recap for this week. The market is bullish. Will there be pullbacks? Yeah, we're not going to chase things. We're going to wait for our levels to hit. Once they hit, those are dip buy opportunities. You've had them in the past, right? They were tremendous buys, and you want it. That's it. You just want to be patient and wait for them to come. When they come, they're dip buy, shorts, dip buy, right? Oh, sorry, not dip buy. This is dip buy, but this was a short here, and there was a little dip buy there, right? Okay, that's it. Peace.